Welcome back to another deck profile with Team FYB. Today we have our main man Damon with his first place Vanquish Soul deck profile. After 5 rounds of Swiss tournament format, we came out undefeated, lost a couple games, but he's here to show you his take on the deck.
Hand traps.
Hand traps.
It's the pile deck. It does everything. For the monsters, play 3 Raisin. Raisin, Rise, and everyone says it differently. On summon,
The fire one.
Yeah, the fire one. On normal or special, it searches any non-warrior Vanquish Soul monsters, so like Mad Love, Borga, Caesar, and any of them. Then the effect of revealing attributes is if you reveal fire, can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. I'm pretty sure it's battle. Yeah, no, just card effects. The other one's battle, I think. Raising can't be destroyed by card effects if you reveal fire, and then if you reveal fire and you reveal dark, anything in the any monster in the column other than itself will be destroyed. So you usually just summon it in the EMZ that your rock isn't, and then you just pop this thing on summon. For next one, Mad Love. Mad Love is the spell and trap searcher, so she just basically on normal special search any Vanquish Soul spell or trap card, and then reveal dark. You non-targeting make something on the field lose 500 attack and defense permanently, and then if you reveal fire and dark and earth, it bounces the lowest defense monsters to the hand. So if you kaiju them and you get kaiju with lowest defense, you get your kaiju back. It's a fun interaction. 3 Heat Soul, or Borga, as everyone else calls him. Reveal Dark, draw 1. Reveal Earth and Fire, burn for 15. It's a time win con, it draws a card, it's very good. And the big guys all summon by targeting any other Vanquish Soul, any other type Vanquish Soul, so target anything other than machine, bounce to the hand, and then summon to the field. This is different to a lot of lists. I play 2 Caesar instead of 1. I like this at 2 because you play Fenrir with Stake Your Soul and it gets access to this easily. Also, Magnamut's in the side, so this is the Magnamut search target in the end phase. Also, this card into background matchups just solos it. Like into Labyrinth, that you just summon this and reveal Earth unaffected by activated effects, and they don't really have outs for that. 3k beta that unaffected, or you reveal Fire, Earth, and Dark, and it is a non-target pop for any card in the field. So, crazy card. Then I play 2 Pantera. I only play 2 because of Small World Bridge. It's the only reason. Otherwise, I'd be playing 1 and arguably not even any. If this deck had another name, I would probably just play 1 of this and none of the other ones because it's Earth and it doesn't really have a great effect. Same thing as Ryzen, except you reveal Earth, it can't be destroyed by battle, or you reveal Earth and Fire, and it destroys all spell traps in the column. It's okay, but better support would be nice. Hand trap wise, I played Dark and Fire hand traps for Stake Your Soul, so I played this 3 DD Crow and 3 Dimension Shifter, because this deck just plays under Shifter for no apparent reason. Your first turn combo is usually normal Ryzen, get Rock, add back the Ryzen to the hand, and then you have Shifter during your opponent's standby phase. So that's crazy. DD Crow is just great because there's plenty of dinosaur players local, so DD Crow Misk and they pass turn. It's funny. Fire hand traps, Ash, because at the start of a format this card's always the best hand trap, and then 3 Fire Kaiju because it's the lowest defense Kaiju and it's a fire. So Stake Your Soul, reveal, summon Raisin from the deck. Pretty good. Not much else on that. The Tiny Cash Engine is 3 Fenrir and 1 Rise Heart. Rise Heart has multiple uses in the sense of it is a searchable fire off Fenrir for Stake Your Soul, and on top of it, it just makes a free Zeus. So if you summon Fenrir, then you special this guy, banishing with Fenrir, make it a 7, turn it to Draco Sack token, hit, make Zeus. And then like in main 2, you just normal summon a guy, search a thing, and then bounce a big dude, and just do it all over again. Spells, 1, continue. It's a Reborn. So you target a Vanquish Soul in the grave, pay 500. Either Reborn it in defense or add it back to your hand. So, just recursion, pretty good card. 2 Prosby, 2 Small World to see Raisin more often. I played 2 because I own 2, so that's the reason behind that. Play 3 if you have 3, but if you're not rich, unfortunate. 2 Rathos to get to Fenrir and get to Rise Heart for Stake, so just more consistency realistically. I have played 2 Dust Devil over 2 Continue, like a lot of other lists, because I prefer the more interruption with this over Continue. Continue it doesn't have as much interruption to some decks, especially with what I'm personally thinking Cash is still going to be one of, if not the best decks of the format. I think this card is just too good not to play one of. If you go into Cash and you can book 3 monsters on their field, so if they lead with just Fenrir, you have to automatically hit Fenrir or it outs your whole field. But like if they go Unicorn and then put Cash Chair like Scarecrow on the field and you book 2, they just lose most of the time from that scenario. And then the last 3 spells is Stake Your Soul. This is the most insane card that I've ever seen printed for an archetype ever. This is you reveal an attribute. So for example, you reveal the Doggeran. You special summon from your deck with its effects not negated any Vanquish Soul, and then bounce it to your hand in the end phase. And the way the deck works is if everything is in your hand, Rock summons them from the hand as back from the grave. It constantly just recurs and loops itself. And this card just does so much for the deck. If this was searchable, this deck would just be ridiculous. For extra deck wise, the extra deck is extremely free. You realistically need 4 to 5 cards in the extra deck. The other 10, you could play cherries, you could play like anything. These are the only 3 you need to realistically play, which is Rock. This card is your everything. Rock, it has a passive effect of while you have a Vanquish Soul on the field, your opponent must attack monsters with the highest attack, not just Vanquish Souls. So if you have, for example, Fenrir with Field Spell on 28 and a 1200 Mad Love on the field, they have to hit the Fenrir. Or if you summon Caesar at the end of battle phase, before they go into battle phase, they have to swing Caesar, which with a Cash Field Spell most of the time is a 3500 beater. It also has the ability to add back any Vanquish Soul from the graveyard, and that does not target, which crazy. This deck doesn't lose to Bestials and DD and then it can special any Vanquish Soul monster from the hand. Only 1 effect per turn though, so you can't add and summon the same guy. But this card is just amazing grind game, and if they print another card like Rock, this deck will just be insane. Played Nightmares because this deck just loses to Goes in Rivalry, so Phoenix is kind of just a mandatory staple. It can't really play under Rivalry or Goes in too well. It's mainly just you become Fenrir control at that point. Cerberus is just it's a card, so you play it. It pops monsters. Sure, you've got plenty of free space. You can realistically play whatever you want. Because you can, I put Masquerader and Unicorn in there just as a package because sometimes you have just 2 free bodies to make Masquerader under Rock, and it's cool. Again, very free extra. You can really put whatever you want in. Goddess, it has never come up, but it will one day, so it's in there. That's it for Link. Xyz is just Babushka, because I don't like branded, so you summon this and you just win. It's funny. This may be a little bit of Copium, but I swear, Tier will be a good deck, I swear. So I'm playing Dweller. More Copium is double Dugaris, because I want to draw 2, and then the next turn I want to OTK you. This on Caesar makes it a 6k beater, and if you reveal an Earth, it's then unaffected by everything your opponent has. That's activated effects, so you just hit them with a 6k beater, and a Fenrir on the field basically is game most of the time. Then for the Arise Heart, Zeus thing, so you the Fenrir such Arise Heart, make Draco Sack, make Zeus, because it just breaks boards. Thank you, George, for the Zeus. And then 1 Changing, because normal Ash with Fenrir makes a Changing. It could be Baron, but I don't have my Baron, so it's just Changing. Side deck, everyone's favorite purple card, Tikbu. This deck doesn't care about this card. You could main it, but I think the Kaijus are stronger to main personally.
And if people are still playing Kashtira, Super Heavy, and Purrely, this card beats all those decks.
This card absolutely annihilates Dinosaur, and it's very funny. They go normal over, you flip Tikbu, and they pass turn. It's really funny. Or they pop Baby with UCT on the field, and they flip this, and they can't do anything. It's very funny. But there is not a single monster in this deck with the same attribute to each other, except for, I believe, Rise Heart and Raisin, which you rarely summon the Rise Heart with Tikbu on the field anyway, so it has no confliction at all. If they print another, the only thing that would make this suck is if they printed a new support monster that was a psychic, and then you can't have Fenrir on the field with Tikbu, that would suck. But we don't have that problem, so it's okay. I played double Eradicator and double Deck Devi. This is for Sprite matchup because their entire deck is 1500 and less, so you just win by this card. And Deck Devi for background matchups, and the deck somewhat loses to Duster and Lightning Storm, like it post side, because if you open like Tikbu and Dust Devil, you get dusted and you kind of cry. But this card's pretty good, and you have in-engine searches for it. Like for example, Borga meets the requirements for Eradicator. So you can just tribute a Borga for Eradicator, and then you can rock effect, add back the Borga, bounce a card in your field, bring Borga back onto the field. So it's very free. For the other side deck, I play 3 Bestials for the Math Mech, because I assume people will be coping on Math Mech, even though Circulars at 1, and it's funny. Just roll them, or just let them do full combo and Magnum at their diameter, and they lose. This also works with the viruses because it's 2k or more, so and also the end phase searching effect just searches Caesar, so why not? And the last, there's two more, but with 3 Droll, because Droll is just a good card. If Dragon Link is good next format, or Dark World is good next format, this card just automatically wins those matchups, unless they play the Black Metal Dragon and actually know what they're doing when building. Because the Black Metal Dragon into Droll just still ends on Seal Pass, and against a lot of decks, Seal Pass does everything. Then just 2 more Kaijus inside, because I play the Dark Kaiju just for Stake Your Soul, just to get Mad Love. It's just more consistency. And that's pretty much it. Also, this deck does not lose to realistically any hand trap. For example, if you open Raisin and Caesar, you normal this effect, Veiler Imperm, anything like that, you just chain, summon, dodges Veiler and Imperm, and then you just do everything you're going to do anyway. You get Drolled, you just do everything you want to do on their turn, so it doesn't matter. You get Shifted, this deck plays under Shifter, it mains it, so you don't care. Ash Blossom kind of hurts if you don't have a big guy to extend, but other than that, it realistically just doesn't matter. I personally think this deck is crazy, but wait to see for the format, really. It just depends on the decks in the format.
Alright boys, that's Team FYB, Damon's Vanquish Soul deck profile. Catch us with our next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We aim to be the best in the AUS.